And literally, they all said they had nothing. The job market sucks.
Oh, we're hiring, we need people, and then when people apply, it's no response.
Looking for a job for almost 3 years is absolutely insane.
You are fresh out of school to find something that's not Subway. And even they don't want to hire you because you have a degree. Why would you want to work at Subway? Because nobody's hiring me.
You don't need no fancy resume. You need to get into a different field, a field that is high demand.
Everything they tell you to do when you're an adult, I've done it.
So I just realized something. The job market is shitty, and I'm going to explain why. I'll say 3 or 4 years ago, you put in a job application, at least five job applications. 3 of those will call you back, do an interview, and 2 of those will offer you a position. Now, in the year of 2025, I'm going to be transparent with you. I'm trying to look for a position that offers more responsibilities, higher pay, right? So within the last 2 to 3 months, I have put in at least 60 job applications. And out of those 60 job applications, I have received 2 callbacks. And out of those 2 callbacks, I have had 2 phone screenings and nothing else. What are the accolades that I have under my belt for?
I'm job searching, and short story about me, I've been looking for a job for going on 3 years in November, and it's starting to trigger me. It's to the point where when I open the app, I just go through this depressive feeling and I just want to cry and break down. I don't know what's going on. Looking for a job for almost 3 years is absolutely insane and so unacceptable, especially when they told us if we went to school and got our bachelor's, that would be enough and we would have a job. Now, you can't do anything. I'm competing with other people, computers. It's nuts. If anybody has any advice, words of encouragement, maybe want to connect on LinkedIn, something, I would be more than happy. And I'm also here to say that you're not alone. We're all going through it too. Good luck.
People, it is Thursday, and I still have not heard anything from the job that I interviewed for. And I emailed them and everything. There's nothing I can really do about it at this point. I selected a lot of jobs I'm going to try to apply to today. But I'm going to be honest, I'm really frustrated. I'm tired. I just found a job with the city that I live in, and they're looking for an administrative assistant, and the pay is actually reasonable. So I'm going to apply, but I'm not expecting to get it. And I'm really trying to have faith and just believe that God is going to open a door for me to where I'll be able to get a job that can financially sustain me so that I don't have to work 2 jobs and have literally no life and not having time for myself, because that's super hard, and I'm also in class right now. So I'm just, if y'all will just say a prayer for me, just pray with me. When I apply to some jobs that, God promised me a long time ago that I would get a job that would open doors for me and I would be financially stable. And a lot of the jobs that I've been trying to get are not jobs that provide me financial stability. So we'll see. I had traffic court this morning. On my day off, I went, but that's a story for another time. But just for those of y'all who have encouraged me and supported me, I hope you know how much that means to me, because it gets really hard, and my friends know it's been hard for me finding a job in my career field. Thank you all, and I love you guys for continuing to support me, and we'll see what comes of these applications I'm going to do today. All right.
Now she's talking. One thing she said that struck me as she's saying everything. The first girl, second girl, same thing. And what did she say? She was in school. In school for what? I'm sure to get a degree. So you're going to get another degree and you're struggling on the job market. On the job market, nobody's hiring, paying you the money you want. That's a problem. So why would you go pay 30,000, 40,000 a semester for a degree? It doesn't make sense. Haven't you been watching what's going on in the job market, and haven't you saw people saying that it's all about experience now? And I show guys all the time when guys book consultations for working at home, I show guys why the job market is crazy. Because while some of them are struggling, I have people trying to hire me right now. And that's one of the reasons why I say this is the way. Because literally, no exaggerations, I have people trying to hire me right now. It died down to 3. But 3 months ago, when I first started showing the work at home program, you guys that saw know about it, I had about 12 people trying to hire me. Yesterday. That's how fast the jobs were coming in. And meanwhile, I struggle. I'm not trying to brag, but what do I have? I don't have a college degree. I have experience.
To my third and final interview for a position, and I am a fresh graduate, and I just want to come on here and give a little bit of insight to that's so cute. You thought you were gonna get the job and you thought you were qualified to give people advice. Look what you got today. Yeah, this whole job search shit is so belittling, dehumanizing, and exhausting that it is like, I haven't even been applying. Number one, I thought I was going to get this job. Number two, I'm just tired of the rejection letters. I'm tired of getting a rejection email at 2 in the morning knowing that it was an AI system, and me knowing if a human would have saw that, I'm definitely qualified at least to be spoken to once. I'm tired of unprofessional recruiters who call you and I'm going to pass your information along to the hiring manager. Make sure that you're looking out for an email. Never get an email. Never hear from anybody. I am tired of all of it. I'm tired of going on LinkedIn and seeing a post that was posted, not even kidding when I say this is no exaggeration, about 5 minutes ago. I'm tired of seeing them have over 100 applicants. I'm tired of going on job postings, reading job descriptions and be like, yeah, I got this. Going to the end, 3 to 5 years of experience. Some of them even say internships don't count. Okay, so those 3 internships that I have that equate to over 2 years of experience on my resume, whether I did them or not, those don't count. What? So that first clip, yeah, that was my first time getting to the final stage, the final interview. After sending in at least, I've applied to about 400 jobs in the last 2 months, 3 months, whatever. I started in October. 4 months. When I tell y'all I could have sworn I got that job, this lady walked me out to my car. We was sitting there, for an hour, not even really talking about the position, not even really talking about my experience, just talking. Being cool, just getting to know each other. What happened? And I bet you, because I'm going to ask her, I'm about to send her an email and be like, thank you for your consideration. I would really like to know, why did you move on to another candidate, considering I felt as if I had the experience and, developed a fairly cool relationship with you. Why did you move on? I can almost guarantee you she's going to say years of experience. I don't understand why it is so difficult for people who are fresh out of school to find something that's not Subway.
Welcome to the new world.
And even they don't want to hire you because you have a degree. Why would you want to work at Subway? Because nobody's hiring me. Where's the bread? I can do this at least.
What the lady saw in you, she saw she made a friend. In your head, you should have been thinking, you got a friend in me. Like sing that song, you got a friend in me. I don't know how that goes. Anyway, let's move on.
I'm looking for a job for 2 years. For 2 years. I finally got an interview after a ridiculous number of applications. And I found out today that they put the job on hold for budgetary reasons. Meanwhile, I'm broke and rent is due. Like, I've got nothing.
Where is your husband?
I applied for assistance from the state, and I have to show that being bipolar will hinder me from working to get $292 a month. Yeah. I'm self-employed, and I'm making no money. No one is buying any of my merchandise on my Patreon shop. No one attends my lectures. And I'm shadow banned on TikTok. So, and the House just passed the most atrocious spending bill seen probably since Reaganomics. I'm just venting because I know it's tough all the way around. But I've done everything I'm supposed to do. Everything they tell you to do when you're an adult, I've done it. And I can't seem to make any headway. So I'm not sure what else I'm supposed to do. I don't know what else to do because I keep ending up here. They tell you to work. I'm trying to find work. And when I can't find work, I make work for myself that brings in nothing. What do you do in these situations? Tell me. What? I've done everything I'm supposed to do. And nothing is working. I always end up here.
Now, I have something to say because I know I seem like I'm being harsh right now with this video, but I'm not at all. And the next lady I show, another black woman who's not entitled. Yes, I must show this video because I'm showing one that's not entitled, who picked herself up by her bootstraps and gets work all the time. You're going to say, why? Because I'm not going to say it. I got to show it to you guys. I'll tell you and I can show you, right? Let's watch it.
The reason why black women cannot get a job right now, and the reason why y'all keep talking about there's like a hiring freeze, is not because y'all not qualified. It's because y'all keep trying to get the same type of job. Y'all either is in customer service or being a corporate baddie or work from home.
Real talk alert.
If everybody is looking and trying to get into that same field, of course it's going to be a freeze. Of course it's not going to be enough jobs for y'all. Y'all need to get into type of jobs like construction or either healthcare. Healthcare, construction, engineering. Y'all need to get into that type of field. Because listen, I'm not trying to brag, but I got hired twice this month. And I only applied for 5 jobs. And I'm still in welding school. I'm in trade school still. And I got hired twice. I actually quit one and got hired the next day. You don't need no fancy resume. You don't need somebody charging you for a course. You don't need any of that. You need to get into a different field, a field that is high demand, a field that needs you. You don't have to even look like me. You don't have to wear a Carhartt and you know, get your hands dirty. You could be a construction management. You could be an engineer. You don't have to do what all the other girls is doing. Everybody wants to do work from home. Everybody want to do customer service. And everybody wants to do corporate baddie. And to be quite honest, why Those jobs is not even like union jobs. Let's be honest. I wouldn't even want to do those type of jobs. They be laying people off like that. I have not heard of a corporate baddie saying she's in the union. I have not heard of work from home telling me that they're in the union. And I have not heard of customer service telling me they're in union. If you're going to get a job, please get a union job and get a career that makes sense. Okay? How y'all feel about this?
Me, actually, it depends what kind of work at home you're talking about, right? Because I've been working at home for 15 years and people are trying to hire me. Now, it depends what it is. It's also experience, right? But what she's saying is right. Skilled trades. There's tons of guys studying to do IT. You can learn, you can vibe code with ChatGPT. You pay $20 a month, ask ChatGPT, how do I do this? It's going to tell you. You can build websites and many different things, even if you don't know how to do IT. You can do it on the fly. But everything I teach from the meeting I have with you, you can take that information, start talking to ChatGPT, and it'll do everything for you. Shit I wear tomorrow, or will you be my boyfriend? Actually, go back and forth with this thing and go on deep dives. I use it for YouTube titles. I use it for descriptions, for hashtags, thumbnails, so many different things. You can use this to edit videos. Do you know you can edit videos with certain platforms and make money online and get paid doing that? And you know how much people get paid for editing videos? $50 to $100 to $150. Oh yeah, I know you guys may not know, but you're gonna learn today. I always say that in my meetings. If anybody been in my meetings, they know. You're gonna learn today. Because I'm gonna show you. But I can't show you in this video. Definitely it's $100.
I just called like 7 to 8 people about a job. And literally, they all said they had nothing. The job market sucks right now. The job market is at a zero. Another episode of Living Life Unemployed, y'all. Before you decide to quit your job right now, wait as long as you can. A zero right now. And let's not get on ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter, y'all got jobs on there from years ago. These people is not hiring folks. And then Indeed, y'all on there talking about y'all got this and this available, but people is not getting no call backs. And then you got the temp agencies. They are struggling. Literally, I seen somebody in the store from a temp agency that can't even get people jobs. It is all the way down here. So if you got a job, do not quit your job right now, as long as you can stand it. Now, if they acting a fool and you can't take it no more, quit. But if you can stand it, stay at that job for a little longer, because I don't know what's in the air right now and what's going on, but jobs is not hiring. They're not hiring nobody. People is not getting called backs. You calling people, oh, we don't have nothing available. You putting in applications for the jobs that is available on Indeed. You're putting in, I don't know what's in the air, but it's in the air. The job market.
I just left. I got my freaking shirts for work. Y'all don't understand. If you are in Houston, Texas, and like trying to get a regular job, y'all, it's hard to get a job in Houston. Like a decent job. Let me not just say a job, a decent job. There were so many jobs paying $9, under $9. Like finding a $10 an hour job, especially if you're like cashiering or doing a regular job, can be so hard.
What? Hold up, but I didn't know this. Jobs are still paying $9 an hour? Robbing Americans, man. That's crazy. Off $9 an hour, I wouldn't be able to live comfortable here. She must be 16 years old. She has to be. $9 an hour? When I started, before I moved to the Philippines, I was making $11 an hour. $9 an hour? I was making 11 an hour with commission, but $9 an hour? I can't believe it, guys. That's why I sound flabbergasted, don't I? I am.
So when I tell y'all I'm so happy, I'm like, because I'm not too bougie, but like, baby, I gotta get into double digits. We gotta at least get in them double digits some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like $10, $9. That's like my first. That's taking me back to like my first jobs, and that's like 2018. Like, baby, we're in 2025. Like, it's not flying. So literally, I'm so excited that I'm about to start this job, y'all. Y'all do not understand. And it's in a pretty good area, so I feel like the tips are going to be tipping. It's in like Memorial City. So you guys, when I say that, I am so, like, I've been praying to God. I've been on so many interviews.
I don't know where she's going to be working, but she said tips. If you're a waiter or something like that and you're getting 9 an hour and you're getting tips, or if you're at a service business where you're getting tips, 9 an hour is actually not bad. I'll tell you guys, when I worked at a place getting tips, I worked at Dave and Buster's. I was making like 7 an hour. I didn't understand. I said, why is it only 7 an hour? Then when I got the tips, I said, oh, I see why. Why is that? Because when I got tips off on the weekend, I was leaving Dave and Buster's. I was a waiter. I was leaving Dave and Buster's with $400 a week plus this the 7 hour. So the 7 hour, I was wiping my butt with that check. That's right. I was living off the tips.
So many interviews. So many interviews. And it's just like, I don't know. I feel like here is like one place where you don't even know why they didn't hire you. Like, you just don't get hired. Like, or even you'll have an interview and then they just won't do the interview. Like, you, if it's a phone call interview, they might not call you. You might not have that virtual, and it'd be like, okay. Oh, and don't let you have a record. Do not have a record and try to find a job. Do not move to Texas and think you're finna just find a job and you got a record. I don't care. I don't care what kind of qualifications you have. Don't think you're finna do it. Like, please prepare before moving here, because y'all, it's the job market is tough. But I'm happy because God finally did it for me. I got my little job now. I'm happy. And I will say, if you do move to Texas and you do like have some stuff that might stop you from getting a job, find you an employer, like not necessarily off the books, but see if you could become like a household employee.
What is going on with the job market? Like, nobody's hiring, like, at all. Like, how do they be like, oh, we're hiring, we need people, and then when people apply, it's no response? Like, I kid you not, y'all, I have been to at least 40 job interviews and none of them have got back with me. None. And my resume is like solid.
Who's gonna tell her?
And then it's like, even fast food restaurants are fucking rejecting me. Like, I'm not understanding. I just want to work. Like, I want to work before I get back to college and be broke. But nobody's hiring me. And I've been putting in, like, I be calling and calling and calling. And they still do not hire me. Like, I don't know what's going on. And then I'm thinking it's just me. But then I see everybody on my For You page saying that jobs are not hiring. Like, what? Hire me.
No one hiring. But every time you walk into a place, it's two people working. Two! One person on the register, one person stocking. Where's workers? You know what I'm saying? No one's hiring. I need a job. I need a job. If you have a job now, hold on to it. Hold on to the. It's raining every day. This is the worst summer of life. It's not like you walk in, there's workers, but everyone's kind of sorry standing in one spot talking. There's no one there. Everyone's hiring, but no one's hiring. I want the job places to remember in 10 years when we all quit our jobs and become stay-at-home workers. I want them to remember this. Stores are closing down when they're not generating sales. If we don't have job, we cannot put money into the. If we don't have job, we can't buy what you're selling. I want everybody to remember this.
You're looking to switch careers, level up, get a promotion. Do not just jump to getting another degree. Degrees cost a lot of money, baby. Okay? Don't just be wasting your money unless you absolutely have to on another degree. You can network to get the job that you want a lot of times. You can get a certification. You could get a training. You could get an internal training. There are so many other things that you could do before necessarily having to get a degree. Now, obviously, if you're trying to be a lawyer, yes, you have to go to law school, okay? If you want to be a doctor, you got to go to med school. So obviously, there's some exceptions before y'all get all rowdy in the comments, go doing your whataboutism, okay? We know all that. But for things like if you want a promotion at work and you're thinking about getting a master's in business, a master of science in nursing, a master in something else, or even just a second bachelor's degree, it might not be necessary. Try other avenues first.
Now, with all of this, what has to happen? Stop pointing the finger at the men. Seriously. That was my point of this video. Don't say, but we're doing this. Yes, some of you are. But a lot of you are still struggling. Because a lot of you are getting degrees and going, what is this all for? And you're not willing to do what that one lady suggested. I look at that lady, and she looks better than most of the women that were in this video today, didn't she? Didn't she? She looked better. She looked more in shape, but she's doing a job that'll have her more in shape. Talk to him, somebody. You have to adjust. I know you don't want to adjust, but the jobs that are available are the jobs that men are doing. I saw someone many years ago. He got a job on a ship, making like $30 an hour. He didn't have no experience, but it was a manly job. That's the jobs men are getting. The same job this woman got. There's jobs out there. You just don't want to get your hands dirty.
Here's the thing. Telling Black women the truth has a high cost. And some people think they can pay it, but you'll know the first time you tell the truth what happens, the blowback. When we talk about I can't be feminine because I got to work too hard, then I look at these women who come into this country illegally. How come Jose can stand out in front of Home Depot and Maria can be a dishwasher, but he comes home and he gets treated like a king and they're broke? And see, here's the net of it. Okay, let's just take the argument. You're right. Black men can't provide. We're behind. We're poor leaders. Then where are the non-Black men rushing to marry you in droves?
Make it make sense.